Adam Van Wingerden here with AgTech Scientific. Featured in today's video presentation is a brief walkthrough of our standard operating procedures for COA testing, commonly referred to as Certificate of Analysis. Our pre-harvest guidance testing starts no later than week 10 of the grow season. At this point, we are testing at a minimum weekly to decipher the best results to maintain compliance with regulatory standards. Samples pulled on-site are done in our quality control lab. The lab is located on the property of our greenhouse and ag processing operation, however resides in a separate building to maintain quality controls and increased heightened security. AgTech Scientific's compliance department has a large team of analysts mining data and analyzing thousands of results from recognized third-party independent labs daily. Once the crop is ready to harvest, we communicate to the regulatory body, in our case the Kentucky Department of Agriculture, to commence their testing. The general standard is for the regulatory body to come collect their samples for testing within 15 days of communication. AgTech Scientific conducts testing congruent with regulatory standards and consistent with our regulatory body. Our test samples go out to numerous recognized third-party independent labs. Following all samples being retrieved, the crop is harvested within a timely manner. A common fallacy within the industry is that all COAs are created equal. It is not uncommon for COAs from pre-harvest field tests to greatly differ that of the post-harvest COA tests within the same correlating plot. Post-harvest results tend to be more accurate due to the homogenized product and more uniform sampling methodology. Here is an example of the exact same crop tested pre-harvest and post-harvest. As you can see, the results greatly differ. In the rare case a sample tests over the regulatory limit, the regulatory body comes out for a secondary test upon request. This is in accordance to the current regulatory protocol outlined within the KDA's guidelines, a practice covered in the mandatory training program. Once the product is fully cleared by the governing regulatory body, a qualified person, commonly referred to as a QP, many of whom reside within our staff, will commence gathering final samples. Thereafter, final samples are sent off to multiple independent recognized labs within our network. Product is then stored in tamper-proof super sacks and tested for cannabinoid profile and potency. Furthermore, we test each farm for pesticide counts, heavy metals, potencies, and microtoxins. Upon request, a full panel test can be completed. In conclusion, this is a detailed process that contains rigorous SOPs, adhering to regulatory compliance standards, and staffing qualified team members. At AgTech Scientific, we hold ourselves to a high standard and participate in every channel within the supply chain. We strongly recommend careful consideration of all facets and aspects of this business before deciding whether to venture into participating in the burgeoning hemp industry.